One more for 14th in New York.
Slugging
LaFont, one.
has become so popular in Northern Virginia that countless commuters are rising well before sunrise to assure free passage into the city.
During the week, it's been getting worse and worse.
In this carpooling concept, three share a typically congestion-free ride into work via the HOV lanes.
It's American enterprise at work.
But competition is so fierce for 2,400 parking spots at this massive Woodbridge lot
I was fortunate to find a parking space.
that slugs are lining up as early as 5 a.m.
7 o'clock, you probably won't get any parking around here.
Joseph Chibangu proved the 7 o'clock theory after squeezing into the last space.
It's 7:08.
And
I'm just a lucky one.
And the punishment for being tardy in this chrome classroom
it's not looking good.
is the misfortune of facing a crushing commute.
If you're not here by probably 7 o'clock, you're scrambling.
And slugging is now getting international recognition. Get this, a group of transportation experts recently designated slugging as one of the most innovative transportation initiatives in all of North America.
Potomac residents were looking for a way to cool off from the heat, and boy, did they get it. Teens bellied up on boogie boards, making the most of this new neighborhood water attraction.
We were like, let's get the boogie boards. We see this river. Let's take advantage. A little worried, but right now we're having a great time, as bad as that sounds.
Worried because while refreshing, the water is also destructive, tearing apart the road, a fence, and leaving this front yard flooded. Luckily, the owners were prepared, but neighbors are mystified.
When I saw it earlier, I couldn't believe it. I told myself, not again.
This is the second major water main break in this area in just 2 years. And at a time when residents have been trying to conserve, this fountain left water spraying for hours.
I hope that the county or whoever concerned should just fix this problem. This is a big problem.
A problem that's impact could be felt for weeks to come. With power lines overhead and fears of flooding on the ground, neighbors are just hopeful they won't have to pay a hefty price tomorrow for today's free ride.
I'm kind of scared to see if this happens all night. Hopefully it doesn't, because I don't want our house being affected. I don't want the power being affected.
It's just too dangerous.
The exit ramp from 50 West onto Route 7 in Falls Church, Virginia should come with a disclaimer.
Horrible, horrible. I mean, you can actually do some pretty good damage to the car.
A monster pothole deep and wide waits in the middle of the road, ready to swallow unsuspecting wheels.
That feeling's like, oh gosh, am I gonna need a new tire?
Alert drivers can't avoid this alignment buster. But Timothy Goebbels,
yeah, I just nailed it.
painfully succumbed to this blizzard byproduct.
You hit the thing straight on. Sayonara.
Potholes are popping up everywhere, thanks to yo-yo weather in the wake of 3 major snowstorms.
I see them, they're out there.
Repair crews in the region are trying to keep pace, but too many potholes like this one in Falls Church aren't getting patched.
I mean, they should be able to prioritize in some way. That's a big one. I mean, the amount of traffic that comes down this road is huge.
So huge that we found upon closer inspection not 1, not 5, not even 10 hubcaps, but 13 reminders that Mother Nature's bite really hurts.
Well, I hope we get them fixed, and D.C. is awful too, because I have to work in D.C. tomorrow and I hate it. But what are we gonna do?
At the Pentagon late Thursday, a night of chaos, with Roxanne Zur heard it all.
Loud noises, it sounded like bam, 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 bam.
Zur, a federal employee, had just boarded the 16B commuter bus around 6:40 p.m. when she heard gunfire and dove for the floor.
It wasn't until people on the bus said, those are gunshots, get down, and everybody got down on the ground on the bus.
Zur thought she heard at least 5 to 6 shots. She would learn only later about the 36-year-old gunman, John Bedell.
He was very well armed. I will tell you, he had 2 9mm semi-automatic weapons and many magazines.
Police say Bedell, wearing a suit and coat, approached a pre-screening area and began shooting, hitting 2 officers who returned fire.
That he was very calm. There was no distress in his appearance. He walked very directly to the officers and engaged.
It was a violent end to a cross-country odyssey that began in California, where Bedell's family suspects he bought at least 1 gun.
Hi, I'm happy to have the opportunity to talk with you today.
Police say Bedell posted videos voicing his distrust for the government, even questioning the 9/11 attacks.
The moral values of individuals and communities are increasingly attacked by a political system where deceit is routine and accepted, and the only standard is power.
It all ended on a chilly March night in a hail of bullets.
Sad, yeah, but it's also sad that he would do something like that and frighten people.
These crabs are fresh off the boat. They go from crabber to the middleman to the retailer. Somewhere in between, money changes hands.
He gets more money, I get more money.
Although it's peak season, crabbers say they're losing green.
Yeah, they're low in Death Valley compared to what the prices are. We should have been getting $80 a bushel anyway.
But the retailer will only pay $65. He says crabbers are never satisfied.
No, but in this business, the money's never enough.
Retailers demand lower prices, and if they don't get it, they'll find crabs elsewhere.
They can be 80 or 90 or 100. It's not, the market doesn't go for, for them prices right now. You get crabs coming out of the Carolinas, crabs coming out of Florida.
With retailers winning out, consumers like us pay less for crabs. That's the only positive thing coming out of a dying local industry. If the sign doesn't clue you in, maybe the flurry of activity will.
We just want to get out of here.
These poles are waving, the winds are terrific, and it's going to get worse as the day goes on.
Organizers say they decided to cancel the event right around 6 a.m. Sunday. They say the winds were unbearable, and of course they still are. This tent struggling to stay up, and also the sand hitting your face really hurts. Springfest was cut 1 day short.
That's fine. We still got 3 good days.
Every year you lose 1 day, what are you going to do?
You count on every day when you come here.
Vendors were busy taking their things apart, others trying to hold things together.
We're trying to get out of here before the tents come down.
In the end, it's ironic that an event created to commemorate the warm season had to be canceled because of the forces of nature. Reporting in Ocean City, Jobin Paniker, WBOC News. They call this one the Monster because it roars. Cruise in Ocean City showcased so many cars under every classification imaginable by color, maroon, orange, green, and even this beautiful red. By make, by style, this 33 Ford is barely an inch off the ground. Every vehicle told a different story, and the owners helped.
It's just something that gets in your blood, I guess, when you just do it year after year after year. I'll probably do it till I can't do it anymore.
I took the car completely apart, down to the frame, down the chassis, and rebuilt it over those 5 years.
A lot of long hours.
But it's not just time. Try finding a car part.
Very hard to find, and when you find them, you pay a lot more for them.
Owners say they love coming to these shows.
You get to learn about different automobiles, different cars, and how to improve yours, make it better.
Doesn't matter what race, what nationality, you're a car person.
The kids are here, and the old-timers are here.
Events like this bridge gaps and showcase man's love for the automobile. Reporting in Cruise in Ocean City, Jobin Paniker, WBOC News. Deneen DuPont picks up the scattered pieces of what used to be her home, only 2 days after a fire claimed 2 children and everything she had.
It melted everything. Oh, there's the muffler to my car.
She tells me about a doll her kids played with, a keyboard they played on.
When I look, it's just stuff. It's just stuff.
The stuff didn't worry her. It was
my kids. My babies. I just keep looking up at that room where they were.
Deneen lost her 12-year-old niece, Jasmine Colburn, and her 3-year-old son, Joshua DuPont, to the fire.
Anything that was of value is in the hands of God. And that was my kids. One would come hug my leg and the other would come hug my neck. Say, I love you, Aunt Didi. Mommy, I love you.
Their house cat returned that day. He went straight to Deneen's youngest son, Andrew. In the end, Deneen says she has one regret.
And I wish that when it first started, we never would have tried to put it out. We just got out, but we didn't do that.
She says that one regret will live with her for the rest of her life.
Somebody said, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I take back all the hurt that I gave them.
Reporting in Showell, Jobin Paniker, WBOC News.